Hi, Assalamualaikum to Miss Sita. First of all, I would like to introduce myself first. My name is Nisa Sofia binti Razali and I am from class 5B. So, the first part is about the introduction. Next. The site is one of the bases of chemical plant construction. So, for our group, we have decided to choose Pengerang Industrial Area at Kota Tinggi, Johor, Malaysia. To build a chemical plant, there are a few aspects that need to take as a criteria of a selection production plant. In illustrating, availability of raw material, water supply, transportation, market availability, and so on. The petrochemical and chemical sector is one factor that contributes to Malaysia's total export of manufactured goods. As time passes, the petrochemical industry becomes increased year by year dramatically. This growth plays a vital role in the economy and development of the manufacturing sector. Methanol offers such great opportunities for our chemical industries and energy. Also, become a demand for it on the international market is impressively growing. Methanol or CH3OH is basically substance that produced from synthesis gas, carbon monoxide and hydrogen. Methanol is used to manufacture many customer and industrial products, also one of an alternative fuel source. So, to build a chemical plant, there are a few factors that need to be taken into consideration to secure that the plant is safe and suitable. In illustrating, like I said before, there are a few factors which are raw material, market availability, and so on. The most challenging part for the chemical methanol production is about the environmental issues. A typical methanol manufacturing plant would emit around 1 metric ton of carbon dioxide (CO2) for every ton of methanol produced. Large CO2 emissions represent operational inefficiencies in methanol plant as long as the carbon emitted of CO2 is not accessible to the process of methanol molecules and methanol emissions produce less ozone. This is because methanol vehicles contribute to improving air quality. Hydrocarbon compounds have a very low level of reactivity in the atmosphere. On the other hand, fuels that generate less reactive exhaust emissions when burned will generate less ozone. Therefore, methanol is quite low on the reactivity scale compared to some of the more complex hydrocarbons associated with gasoline. Ozone reduction is also dependent on the proper control of formaldehyde emission. In terms of water, methanol produced from reverse water gas shifts to reduce methanol synthesis rate by suppressing the reaction of methanol production. Methanol can be soluble in water and used as a raw material in the chemical industry. Greenhouse gases are one of the most important challenges that we need to face it. Therefore, the step to reduce the greenhouse gas emissions should be using carbon-free sources that didn't generate extra CO2 to the atmosphere. CO2 is considered a primary greenhouse gas, which are called as a GHG because it will be exchanged between nature. For instance, animals, plants, and between microorganisms. Briefly, the cycle process of CO2 has to be balanced by nature. That's all from me. Thank you.
My name is Nurul Dalila Afina binti Anwar. I'm from Group 1 from EH5B, and today I'm going to explain to you on one of the factors for site selection, which is transportation. But firstly, I'm going to explain to you briefly on what is this factors about, and then we're going to go a little more detail by referring to our chosen site. Okay, so first of all, transportation is about vehicles outside and inside of the plant. Okay, so there are three transportation that is commonly used in the industrial area, so which is railways, highway, and also ocean transport. Okay, so each of the transportation has its own use. Okay, so for example, railway are used. I think most of us thought that railway is just for train, but actually it will be used to transporting all of the raw materials inside into the chemical plant, and also will be transporting the chemical or products outside of the plant. Okay, and the next one is for ocean transport, where we will be using the ocean or using the ship to transport our product, export our product to outside of our country, such as to the huge manufacturers, which is China and United States. Okay, so by using the ship and ocean pathway. And the next one is the highway, which will be used to transfer or export our product domestically, and also importing our raw materials from the other states, and also help on the movement of the staff or workforce in the site. Okay, so by referring to our site, okay, so we've chosen the Pengerang, which is located in Pengerang Integrated Petronas Complex, which is located in Pengerang, Johor. Okay, so the chosen site is located right in front of this ocean. Okay, so which makes us has an easy access on the ocean transport, so which will also help us on exporting our products to outside countries. I mean, to the other huge manufacturers such as China and United States, which help us on marketing. Okay, and the next one is it also has highway as it is industrial area. So there are a lot of plants, which is other than our plants existed right there, right before our plant. So which makes us need a transportation for us to move all around the site and have an easy access to the main headquarters, which might not look at it right next to us, so make it one of the requirements for the industrial area and to ease the movement of this workforce in the site. Okay, I think that's it. Thank you.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Amira Syafiqah binti Nur Hisham. In this video, I will explain regarding one of the site selection factors for our FX acetic acid chemical plant, which is the energy availability. As we all know, in every plant, power and steam requirements are crucial to ensure the production as well as the process runs smoothly and achieves a company production capacity. Other than that, fuel also plays an important role as an energy source that is equally important to supply all the utilities. So, as can be seen on the satellite image, the yellow bulb indicates the petrochemical plant in Pengerang, Johor. Meanwhile, the red star indicates or presents our FX acetic acid chemical plant. So, this petrochemical located around complement our need in our plant site in terms of fuel supply. On the other hand, the satellite image also shows, specifically at the top, it shows the location of the power station in Pengerang, Johor, which is the Pengerang Cogeneration Plant. Now we move on to the second slide. It's still in the factor of energy availability, where right now in the slide presented the clearer satellite image of the Pengerang Cogeneration Plant, or also known as Rapid Pengerang Power Station. A little background about this plant is that it is a 1,900 megawatt gas-fired power plant in the state of Johor. Therefore, power and fuel can be combined together as one major factor to choose and determine a site selection. Last but not least, considerable care must be exercised in selecting a site selection. Therefore, we must not forget to include energy availability into our consideration. Thank you.
Hi and Assalamualaikum, Miss Ita. I am Farah Adiba binti Farid. So I'm going to continue with the justification factors on market. So we know that the Pengerang is located near the ocean, and it is also very near with the Pengerang marine operation. So is the strategy of our products to be marketed with the marine method, in the marine transportation method. So here I have the slide presentation, which I have a big picture of Google Map, and there is a small one. So the big one is a picture of Earth, that is the shipping route from Middle East to China. So this is where the shipping route occurs from Middle East to China. So the ship will pass through the Singapore Strait, as it's shown in the small Google Map. It will pass through our jetty, which is Pengerang Marine Operation. So here they will pick up our product and they will market our product, that is the acetic acid. So the acetic acid is mainly used in food industry, but as well as it can be used in other chemical reaction for their plant needs or anything else. So I think that our plant site location that we have chosen, which is in Pengerang, Johor, is a big strategy for us to market our product. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, Ms. Ita. I am Sarah Aina Kristina binti Muhammad Nizam. So the next factor that we have considered before choosing our plant location here is waste disposal. There is one sewage treatment plant exists in Pengerang Industrial Park, which is Mohibah Sendirian Berhad JW Back. The treatment plant is located right in front of our plant location, which is very convenient. This is because in the future, the wastewater coming from our plant will be directly discharged here, and therefore we can guarantee that we won't discharge our wastewater into any nearby river. On top of that, Mohibah Sendirian Berhad, they purify wastewater coming from all industrial plant in Pengerang, and they ensure an environmental friendly discharge of wastewater into river or any receiving water. Besides that, Mohibah Sendirian Berhad also implement a reusable method of treated wastewater. So that's all from us. Thank you.